Hello. Welcome to the first episode of Self-Help Me, the show where I self-help you, self-help yourself, because that's really what it's all about, right? Now here are some bonobo monkeys having that sex. Are they monkeys or apes? Oh my God. Did that imagery shock you? Good, because this episode of Self-Help Me is about how shocking things, anything from hot and cold temperatures to resistance training to performing on stage, basically anything that makes you feel like gassy and weird and uncomfortable and out of control is actually really good for you. It turns you into a warrior princess. They're good for fighting disease and depression, improving your mood and your confidence and your sleep, just about anything you can think of. I see them as ways to ready yourself for the battle that life is going to deliver, because life is a bastard. And what do we do with bastards? We act like the daddies they never had. That's right. Now this episode specifically is about the benefits of heat shock. So basically exposing yourself to temperatures above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, below 200 degrees for an extended period of time. I'm starting with heat because it's the least shocking thing. It's like the gateway drug, and we all love those. Most people have been in a hot tub or a sauna. If you applied that in a consistent, challenging way, you could get some benefits that you'd normally have to exercise to get. Benefits like the creation of heat shock proteins, which repair and reduce free radicals in your muscles, and have even been linked to longevity in animals. Benefits like improving depression or mood. A WebMD study found that a single exposure to high temperatures could reduce depression symptoms by up to 50% 5 days later. And you'll feel the changes to mood right away. High temperatures create this optimistic high. It feels like you're drinking a hot cup of tea from inside the cup of tea. Heat can improve endurance and muscle growth, especially when you combine it with exercise. Heat can increase your stress tolerance and willpower. Just learning how to talk to my brain when it's experiencing discomfort in a controlled setting like a sauna has actually helped me in other areas of my life. For instance, I don't hit my alarm clock like I'm Chris Brown anymore. I don't whip out my gun on my alarm clock when it touches my jewels either. Not anymore. I credit the sauna for that. Now, the last benefit of heat I'm going to talk about is mental sharpness. And this one is especially important to me as someone who just lost a father and a grandmother to some asshole German psychiatrist from the 1900s named Alzheimer. Alois Alzheimer. I don't know who this asshole is, but I think him, Huntington, and Hodgkins need to be thrown in jail. And if that's controversial, unsubscribe. Heat acclimation is one of the few things that's been shown to increase the growth of new brain cells, so it's really exciting for Alzheimer's. Now, I spent much of the first half of my life running into things and inhaling drugs, so I've got a lot of catching up to do in this department. You may be wondering, why am I listening to the person who just admitted to running into things and inhaling drugs for the first half of his life? Well, sometimes people who give advice are the ones who need it the most. So to recap, sitting in a hot space for an unreasonable amount of time can improve your endurance, your muscle growth, your longevity, your health, your mood, your memory. I made that rhyme so I could remember it. That sauna paying off. Now, if you want to start experimenting with heat shock, you can start just by getting out in the heat more, do some hot yoga, running and sunning. That's the thing I just made up. Make sure to put your sunblock on so you don't get cancer. Holy God, this video is getting boring. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. It's informational. Now, if you want to start really experimenting with heat shock, I would suggest getting a gym membership with a sauna. Mine costs about $10 a month. I sit side by side with giant sweaty Armenian men who pour salts on top of the dry coals that smell like concentrated menthol cigarettes. Just make that decision for all of us. So maybe go for the $20 a month gym is what I'm saying. It's the price of 2 lattes and a Frappy every month. You're worth it. Now, I started with 10 minutes 3 times a week. Eventually I moved up to 15 minutes. Now I'm doing 10 to 15 minutes with a break in between. The one rule of sauna is try not to be in there alone in case you pass out, which you probably won't. Probably. I don't know you. You might pass out easily. You know how people in like 1920s movies just used to faint at everything? Have you ever seen anybody faint? I thought like every movie had somebody fainting. I thought I was gonna see more people fainting. Like, oh my God, my brother. You might faint doing this though, but probably not. So what happens when you emerge from the sauna having completed your session? Well, you feel really fucking good. That's what happens. You feel like a sexy dolphin just covered in a thin layer of sweat. Like that. Now, if you've tried anything like this, please let me know about your experience in the comments. I'll try to get back to everybody I can. If you want to learn more about the science behind heat shock, check out Dr. Rhonda Patrick's work. Thank you to all 380-something people who have subscribed. If you haven't already, please click here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm gonna start going hard in the paint when it comes to the tube, you know, 1 a week. I've made like 5 of these videos and they fucking failed every time. I'm losing. I'm having a Howard Hughes moment, peeing in jars. You guys ever peed in jars? Don't. Even if Leonardo DiCaprio made it look sexy in that movie, don't pee in jars. Pee in a toilet or outside. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching.